How would you like to listen to yourself rather than all of the noise out there when it comes to what you eat and what your choices are? So welcome to Fun with Food. This is the fourth video in the series, Reconnecting with Your Body. So in the last video, video three, I briefly talked about reconnecting with your body and how you can listen to yourself when you decide on what you want to eat rather than the noise out there. When I was in the throes of food addiction, I was not listening to myself at all. Well, at least not the really nice part of me, that other part that I didn't even know existed. I call her my loving voice. She can be your internal guidance, your soul, whatever it is that you might call her. I didn't know that part existed because I just lived in my head so much. I didn't listen to what was in my heart. I didn't listen to what was in my loving voice. So I was constantly led to choices that never made me feel good. Now, I shouldn't say never, because I can look back and know that there was meals that I did enjoy. That there were times when I was somehow out of all of that mess. And the choices that I made were a bit more kind and they were a bit more loving. And I've come to realize when I feel good, in whatever way that has helped me to get to that good feeling place, I can make better choices for myself. But when I'm living in that misery, when I'm living in that depression and the anxiety and the hating myself and not feeling good enough and all of that fucking crap that I don't need to feel about myself because none of it's true, when I'm living in all of that, the choices are worse. And I hate saying that they're worse because I don't want to, as I said in the last video as well, I don't want to get into the conversation of good versus bad foods. I want to, and I do believe that food can just be food. So saying that it was worse doesn't help the situation either, because it is that conversation of good versus bad. This is bad for you. This is good for you. This is junk food. This is healthy food. Must not eat this one. Must eat this one. There is this constant divide of what food is. And even now, of course, when I think about food, it is always put into two categories: chocolate, chips, lollies, hamburgers, hot chips. There's soft drink. Basically, so much of what you find in the grocery food aisles comes into this not so good bad category, doesn't it? Whereas you got vegetables and fruits and legumes and what else am I thinking of? I mean, there's plenty out there. Water. There's a lot that goes into this category as well. And there is always this divide. But what I've come to realize in coming out of that food addiction, putting on the weight again and seeing things in a new way, from a different perspective, from this thing that I'm here to teach, that I'm here to talk about, that I feel perpetually guided to talk about. I have avoided it for a very long time because I never felt ready. I didn't feel as if I was educated enough or experienced enough. I didn't have all the right information and all of that stuff that kind of kept me stuck in feeling like I wasn't good enough to do what I internally feel that I am here to do. I went through all of that stuff to get here, to help guide you back to yourself and reconnecting with your body and listening to your body as you make the choices that you make every single day, because you have to eat every single day. There's no getting out of it. We need food. It'd be so much better if we didn't need food. We wouldn't spend so much money to start with. We wouldn't have to cook all the time. We wouldn't have to sit down to eat, and we could eliminate so much from our lives. But that's not the reality of it, is it? We need food. Our bodies need food to survive. Our bodies need the nutrients that are in food to survive. But also, our bodies need our kindness, our love, and they want to have fun with life. I am very, I have very opposing sides to who I am. I have this very, very serious side who's very responsible, who is straight down the line. And I've lived in that probably 85% of the time for most of my life. And then I have this other opposing side, which is the fun side, which is the side that just wants to get out there and enjoy life. But this side always crushed that side. That's a whole other thing. I actually talk more about that in my interviews with Emma Janetsky. She is a numerologist. She's amazing. You can find them on the Love Body Woman YouTube channel, The Shadow and Numerology, where I talk about these sides to ourselves. So I've had that within me, right? And this responsible side has always kind of taken over. So there's a lot that goes on into what our choices end up being. And in that food addiction, the choices were not great because I didn't feel good in the moment when it came to the choices. So that's what this Fun with Food series is about, is rediscovering yourself in a new way. Finding out who you are in all of that. Not taking it quite so seriously. Food really can just be food. But, and this is the catch that I was talking about, you have to listen to yourself. You have to listen to your body and your needs, because your body and your needs are completely different to everybody else's. What you enjoy, what you don't enjoy, what you want, what you don't want, what you must have, what you feel like, what goes into making those choices is very unique and it is very individual. There is a whole history of stuff that comes into every single choice that you make. So deciding that food is just food, there is no good and bad, helps to lessen the pressure, I guess, sometimes with the choices that you do make. Because when you go within, when you begin to connect with your body more and more with every bite that you take, helps you to understand what your needs actually are. It helps to let go of the emotional attachment that you have, whatever that emotional attachment might be. That is what I have learnt to do. And I share all of that in my book, My Food Addiction and Me, the 10 life lessons my food addiction has taught me, because it has taught me so much. It has taught me to listen to myself, to stop listening to other people. And I'm not saying I don't listen to anyone at all. That's not what this is about. You're here listening to me. I'm not saying that you can't hear what other people have to say, because sometimes we need to hear what they have to say because it sparks something in us. It gives us the little lesson that we need. It gives us a bit of information that we're looking for at the time. It helps us to move forward in the way that we want to move forward. So I don't completely dismiss what a lot of people say. What I do is hear the information, and I can make a quick judgment now. Okay, you know what? That actually isn't for me. That will not work for me. That is not who I am. That is not what I need. What I am capable of is knowing myself within the choices that I am making. I listen to my loving voice. I have connected to her a hell of a lot over the last few years. Once I finally figured out that there was more to me than just my stupid, horrible, mean mind, that connecting to my body was important because I have so much in here of who I am. Well, I mean, it's all in here. All of who I am is inside of me. My body is the vessel that I use to walk this life. But it's the stuff inside of me that creates the world outside. So being able to connect to my loving voice really helped me to have more fun with food, to realize that food doesn't have to be so goddamn serious, that we can enjoy the thing that we actually want to eat. Thank you for watching this Fun with Food series. And thank you for liking this video and subscribing to the Love Body Woman channel for more ways to listen, learn, and love. There is a lot of noise that comes from obviously so many social media platforms now. Advertising. Advertising is the worst because it helps, or not helps, it makes you believe that you need this thing, that you have to have this product in order to be happy, successful, have an amazing life, be skinny, look amazing, all of that stuff that we get shown constantly. Advertisers have something to sell and they have to sell it in a way that hits you emotionally. And without thinking about it or even feeling about it, we might make a decision to have it, knowing somewhere in the back of our heads that that decision actually isn't the right decision. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I don't want to put shit on anything. Yes, it fucks me off that advertisers try and, pull us in with their borderline lies. But we don't have to believe it. We actually don't. We get to listen to ourselves all the time in the decision that we make. But sometimes life isn't perfect. Sometimes you are going to make a decision. And I still do today. Like I'll have something, I might be in a rush. I don't have time. With all the things that I've got going on, sometimes I have very limited time to make something for myself, say for lunch, that one especially. And sometimes I make a decision afterwards. I'm like, oh, I actually didn't really enjoy that. That wasn't really quite what I was after, but it was there. It's all I could think of in the moment. But what I get to do when that choice isn't necessarily the right one is I get to love myself anyway. I get to tell myself that, you know what, it's okay. I might feel a bit gross now, but you know what, it's fine. I'm not going to feel guilty. I'm not going to feel ashamed. I'm not going to feel all of the fucked up feelings that I once felt, because in the moment I did the best that I could. And sometimes that's all that matters, that you've done the best that you could in that moment with the choices that you have. If you're on the road, you're on a road trip, or the choices available to you at the moment aren't varied, you don't have a lot of choice. You can stand there and look at the menu. If you're in a fast food joint, you can look at the menu and you can feel your way into what you might like at that time. You connect to yourself, and connecting to yourself is trial and error. I honestly don't know if it's different for everybody how you do it, but how I do it is I go by how I feel. I don't think. I try not to think too much. Doesn't always happen because I'm an overthinker for sure. But when I let go of the thought and I go within and I feel my way into it, that's when I know that I'm making the right choices for myself. But when you're in a rush and you kind of have to make a quick decision, sometimes that can fall by the wayside, and maybe you think you've made the right decision, but you're like, well, actually, I didn't like it. There's a lot that goes into it. There's so many different scenarios and situations when it comes to what we eat. But it's connecting to yourself, feeling your way into it. It's a gut feeling. That's what it is for me. I feel it here. It's a knowing. It's not words. It is a literal feeling that I feel within me. When I cook, I don't often measure stuff. I literally go by feel. If I'm making something for myself and maybe I put a little bit too much in the bowl, something within me, I get this feeling within me that says, I'll just take a little bit out. That'll be a bit too much. Like, okay. So as I said, it's that trial and error. It's working your way through it. And I've developed this over, probably the last 5 years or so. I'm not perfect at it. I slip up sometimes. Perfection for me is a big one. It is an inhibitor. It helps me, well, it not helps me, but it stops me from living, trying to be perfect all the time. And fuck that. That's old and boring as well. I'm done with that shit. So connecting to your body is absolutely important. It helps you to understand yourself more and more. It helps you to understand what your needs are. And following the direction, asking yourself questions. Okay, I know I don't really want to eat this way, but how do I want to eat? What do I want to eat? What are my choices? Where do I feel is the best choice for me? Your body knows so much more than we believe that it does, that we allow it to. We feel like we need to think our way through things all the time, but we have to feel our way through them. And feeling your body and connecting to your body helps you to make choices that are right for you. Listening to yourself, hearing what other people say, but ultimately coming back to yourself, understanding yourself, and knowing thyself. If you haven't already, download the workbook, as it gives you lots of questions and lots of prompts with each of these videos to help you figure yourself out, to understand yourself better, to help you to make choices that feel right for you, and of course, to have fun with food again. By listening to yourself and reconnecting to your body, you get to have fun with food again. So a little exercise for this one is to, at your next meal, just before you start eating, just sit, scan your body, see what's going on. What are you feeling? How are you feeling about the choice that you've made? Is there guilt and the shame and the hatred and all of that stuff that I've talked about already? What is attached to this plate that you have in front of you? What feelings are you feeling because of this choice? What feelings do you think you're going to feel once you have eaten this food? Is there going to be a continuation of all of that negative energy that is surrounding you right now? So do that body scan. See how you're feeling. Use the exercise from the last one and just remove yourself from it. Don't attach that to the food that you're about to eat. Thank you for watching number 4 video, Reconnecting with Your Body, in this Fun with Food series. And the last video is how to have more fun with the food that you're about to eat. We've talked about why you eat the way you do. We've talked about reconnecting with your body, the importance of having fun with food. We've talked about letting go of the guilt and the shame and those emotional attachments that can come with food. So let's now bring all that together, or let go of whatever we need to let go of, and really start having fun with food. So I'll see you there.